Hello everyone, Michael Roberts here, and today I'm going to be showing you a tool called Bubble.us. It's a mind mapping software, but more importantly I'm going to be showing you how to utilize this software to organize your product launches. It's a method I use to reach as many people as humanly possible. So go on and head on over there now and click Start Brainstorming. It's free to create an account. You'll have to give them your name and email address eventually. But I already have a bubble already going, so you're going to start with the center bubble and you're going to type the name of your product, and that's going to be your starting point. Then you click the little new child button underneath here and drag and label it assets. Now obviously you're going to list all your assets around here. So whatever that might be, you might have a Twitter list, a Facebook fan page, or whatever you have going for you for this product. Now, two things to note here that are really important is to list the product itself. So I listed survival product, and that's really important because it's going to help you think of ways to turn your product into an asset, whether it's taking the first 10 pages of the PDF and offering it as a free gift to try to get someone interested in the product, giving a 30-day trial if it's some kind of software, whatever that might be. But it's important to get your brain going and thinking about that and listing the product itself as an asset so you can think how to reposition that product. Now, another important thing is to go over here and list people partners. Now, people partners aren't affiliates and aren't even necessarily people who will sell your product. These are more of buddies in the niche type of thing. So people who you kind of have a buddy relationship with that you could help you review the product, do beta testing, write testimonials, whatever it may be. People partners are someone you can leverage to help you with your product. Now I just listed some ways you can get some people partners, forums, Craigslist, but here's a really good one, meetup.com. And if you go to meetup.com, you can see I typed in tech in Sydney, Australia, and it found a Sydney, Australia tech club. So these are people who are in that niche who meet weekly. And you can just type in any keyword you want in any city you want, and it's going to help you find people if you don't already have a few people partners. Now, people partners aren't people who get any sort of commission. Generally, people partners are things that are willing to help you for free because they're your buddy. I mean, it's only going to take a half hour for them to review your product, and if it's something they're interested in, they'd probably be happy to do it. Now, go on over here and create your next child and bring this one way, way, way up and label it distribution. Now make sure it's high enough because this one really gets out of hand, so you don't want to have to move it later. And you're just going to list all the different distribution methods you have available for this product launch. You can see here I have email lists, Twitter lists, Facebook fan page, and whatever you might have. But this is a good one I think a lot of internet marketers don't utilize. I worked in the traditional magazine industry for 2 years, and I found I was actually blown away by how easy it is for a lot of times for magazines to do press releases or features on your product. That's because they have to fill up a magazine every single month of unique content. So, I mean, sometimes they're very, very desperate to find something new to talk about. So, when you contact these magazine people, just make sure you're on your game, because these guys mean business. You don't want to contact them and say, hey, in 4 months I might have a product. No, you want to contact them with your product done, with pictures, with an article written. And don't be intimidated if they start speaking like, well, I need you to produce the content in CMYK color format or anything like that. They're usually very friendly. They'll tell you what they need, and you can just hire a freelancer to convert your material if you don't know how to yourself. And I listed Amazon.com because that's a really good place to find a bunch of magazines in your niche. All right. Forums and Google Groups. Google Groups isn't so good, but I listed it anyway. Forums is really the powerhouse here. I want you guys to find at least 5, probably no more than 10, forums in your niche and find the best forums, the ones with the most amount of traffic. And to do that, I happen to have a forum right here. This is a forum in the survival niche, and if you scroll all the way down, most forums have this. It's their statistic board. You can actually compare and see how many people are making posts and how many people are online and things like that. So you can get a good idea of which are the 10 biggest forums in your niche. Once you have that, what I do, because I'm so busy during a product launch, is I don't actually have time to talk in these forums myself. I hire someone from getafreelancer.com or guru.com who's very familiar with the niche, and all they do is they go in, they create a pen name in these forums, and they help people. And they help people for 2 months, and since they are contributing to this forum, people are used to seeing them recommend good content and helping them. When the time comes, all they do is post a link to my product. And since it's a pen name, it doesn't look like they're recommending their own product, and they've been there for 2 months helping people, so it's not spam whatsoever, and they won't get flagged, and it's a great way to infiltrate the forums because you're offering good content. Now, Google Groups, you can check Google Groups. Sometimes, usually I pick just like top Google group in my niche and do the same exact thing. All right, over here in distribution, we have paid advertising. PPC, of course, and Facebook ads, which is now better than ever with their new changes. But both of these I probably wouldn't recommend for someone who's new to product launches or who's on a tight budget. I like to bootstrap almost all my product launches, which means I don't like to spend a lot of money up front. Now, with these, obviously, you have to pay money up front before anyone actually buys anything. I try to do the affiliate method, so I only give out money once I've made money. So, but still, I would list these because these are something you can. Paid advertising is something you can jump onto later once you get a little bit of money rolling in the product. But here's a good one: banners. Now, you can see I listed that up there, and I actually created a new child and brought him up here, potential web partners. And these two are very, very similar. So I clicked this little blue button and connected them. You can see that little line there. And let me show you guys the difference. Banners, we'll go over here. Oh, this one's actually for potential web partners. I typed in survival in Google, and this was the second one in the SERPs. And look at this guy's site. He actually doesn't really have any banners whatsoever. So, but you can see he does a lot of reviews and whatnot. So this would be a very, very interesting person for me to be a potential web partner. He might be very willing to write a review about my product in exchange for an affiliate commission. So what I would do is I would copy down his URL, and I would go to quantcast.com, and you can see I pasted in his name, and I hit find, and it gives you a rough estimate of how many people he gets. So you want to target people with a high number of traffic. You don't want to waste your time with someone who's only getting 500 uniques, otherwise that would take you all day. But 47,000, that's a really good number. So you can see I pasted him as a potential web partner for me to contact. And I like to put roughly how much traffic of uniques he gets. It helps me get a good idea. Now for banners. Well, let's go back to the SERPs and click on the guy who's in #1 place. You can see this guy's blog. Look how many banners he has on the site. I mean, that's all he does. He's monetizing his site through banners. And I would copy down his URL, and I would go over to Quantcast, and I would paste him in, and then you click find, and he gets 90,000 uniques. So I think that would be a great place for a potential banner partner. I might be able to contact him and get a banner put on his site. So that's what you're going to do for potential web partners and banners. You're just going to fill these up with as many people as you can. And try, go down the list here and click all these people for your keyword. And try different keywords, like I might try survival, outdoor, wildlife, different keywords that would apply to my product. So I'm running out of time, so I'll try to go speed it up here. Now under distribution, another important one is star affiliates. Now these are affiliates, you have strong affiliates and weak affiliates. And I don't mean which ones are more muscly than the others, but I'm talking about which ones you can get easier. And you can use any wording you want, but for me this makes sense. Weak affiliates might be really big people in the industry, like for this particular niche, it would be like Les Strout or Bear Grylls. You know, they have their own TV shows. They're huge, huge figures in the survival niche. And the chances of me actually getting them to promote my product is very, very weak. But I'm still going to list them. You want to list as all the potential affiliates as possible. And then strong affiliates might be someone like some people I've spoke to who own other survival blogs or that I have contacts with that I think I have a strong chance of getting to promote my product. So that's what strong and weak means. You can use the wording you want. But again, it's very important to list the people, even if you don't think there's any chance possible you can get them, because once you put their name down, your brain starts working on ideas to get a hold of these people, and it's worked for me on people I never thought possible to talk to. I got them to sell my product. So those are the distribution. And I think I'm running out of time, so we're going to continue this on the next video. We'll catch you guys then.